NBA on EA Sports marches on. It's round one of the Western Conference playoffs with Game 5 set to tip. From FedEx Forum, just off Beale Street in downtown Memphis. Tonight, it's the Memphis Grizzlies taking on the Utah Jazz. With Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, you look at the Jazz as they enter play. They've got a 3-1 series lead. They've already shown they can win away from home. So now they get a chance to close out the series on the road.
The one thing we know about playoff basketball, expect the unexpected. How many games come down to the wire, or a performance off the bench, or even a big shot at the end? Every night holds something different, and that's why we love this game so much.
Mitchell missed it. Not much more you could ask for from the defense there.
That's how you do it. You stay in his pocket, and you never give him any space at all. You make him smell you every single possession.
And he'll go to the foul line.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number one, to see if they'll get caught. And number two, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
First one, count it. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Memphis with the rock. To Jackson. The screen sets him up for two.
The pro game has really come down to P&Rs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Mitchell with the basketball. Just underway in an ever-crucial Game 5. From the painted area, won't go down. To Jackson. And the nice finish at the rim.
Bread and butter. And there are few that can do it better off the screen.
Mitchell with it up top. Down just a couple. To Favors. Joe Ingles. The drive, right to the basket. From the outside, no good. Favors to Conley. Has a chance. Mitchell's shot comes up empty. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Conley into the front court. Down 4. To Favors. No good.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Oh, not a good pass there as it's stolen by Utah. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
To Jackson. Jackson with the dunk.
He got through traffic with ease, but if you're going to fully collapse the defense, you're going to leave wide open three-point shooters.
Donovan Mitchell with the rock to Gobert. Rudy Gobert missed his first. That one goes.
Old school equals high percentage.
To Wright. To Valanciunas. Step back jumper.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Layup goes down. Well done.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. you actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Right to Jackson. Here comes the screen. Ingles in a matchup with Jackson. Down to Gobert. Shot from the lane won't go. It's Grizzlies ball. To Jaren Jackson. Josh Jackson. Oh, good defense by the Jazz as they come away with the steal. And stuffs it home.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter. But still, keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
Here comes the screen to Jaren Jackson. To Jackson. Here's a chance from long range. Hands in his face. Josh Jackson can't connect. Mitchell with the basketball. 10-all is our score. Mike Conley. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
And a chance coming up at the line.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
First one goes down. Fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Utah's got it. Conley. Picked up by Memphis. Screen coming. Nothing going here on that drive. Doesn't get the bounce. Mitchell with it up top. Leads one. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Defense, making the ball handler work.
The 2021 NBA Playoffs one-round games and highlights will be coming up next on Sports Groove AIM 2021.
Jaren Jackson. Off the assist.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
To Gobert, and a throwdown. He climbed the ladder on that one.
Well, the question is, how big is the ladder? He's still climbing.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode.
Series is now tied at 3-3 between Portland Trail Blazers and Denver Nuggets in the 2021 NBA Playoffs one-round season 8 games.
To Allen. Lets it fly from long range, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
To Jaren Jackson. Anderson. To Jaren Jackson. Going to launch beyond the arc. They feel this kid is tough. The 4th pick in the 2018 draft.
That shot was nice, but that pass, that was the real highlight. Good teams always find a way to get the best
Los
shot
Angeles
available.
Clippers win Series 4-0 over Dallas Mavericks to move on to the 2021 NBA Playoffs two-round season 8 games.
a look. Deep and a putback slam.
The true measure of Rudy Gobert comes on the defensive end. He was all-NBA defensive first team and was tied for the lowest opponent field goal percentage at 43%. You ain't getting by that.
To Kyle Anderson. For three. He engulfed him that time. Conley into the front court. Leads just a point. Trying to cash in. The rebound's pulled down by the Grizzlies. Has a chance. Yes, it drops. Little drama on that one.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Now a whistle and a timeout for Utah as they'll talk things over in a one-point basketball game.
Los Angeles Lakers win Series 4-1 over Phoenix Suns to move on to the 2021 NBA playoffs 2-round season 8 games.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Conley to Clarkson. Down to 5 on the 24. Oh, straight down the middle, 4-2.
That was a tough shot. The guy was in your pocket. He even contested the shot. Everything was going according to plan until then.
To Kyle Anderson. Yes, better odds for the defense. The shooter makes them pay.
I could see the beads of sweat forming when he had to put the ball on the ground there. You still got it, though.
Conley to Favors. Clarkson to Conley. Mike Conley. That's now 4. He hasn't missed.
Oh, don't see the read. Be the read.
Grizzlies at the controls right now. To Kyle Anderson. Here comes the screen. Anderson. Five on the shot clock for Memphis. Has a look. Can't connect. Defense did its job that time. Favors. To Clarkson. Short jumper off the mark. To Kyle Anderson. Nothing going here on
Miami Heat wins Series 4-3 over Milwaukee Bucks to move on to the 2021 NBA playoffs 2-round season 8 games.
When bad shooters catch, they become hesitant. Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Changes coming from both sides right now. Clarkson. The Jazz with 4 on the shot clock. From long range, Jordan Clarkson hounded, shot off the mark. It's Crowder with the rebound. Long key from
Philadelphia 76ers win series 4-0 over Washington Wizards to move on to the 2021 NBA playoffs 2-round season 8 games.
On EA Sports. One quarter down. Neither side really distinguished itself. Jay, what stood out?
And we're exceeding the speed limit. These guys are playing fast, and the thing I love about it the most, there's entertainment in this game. Guys are looking away after they shoot the ball. Guys are clapping. Guys are energetic. This is why you love this sport.
Clarkson with the basketball. His team up by 1. To Conley.
Brooklyn Nets win series 4-0 over Boston Celtics to move on to the 2021 NBA playoffs 2-round season 8 games.
To Valanciunas. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Grizzlies. Jazz have the ball. To Clarkson.
4-0 over Atlanta Hawks to move on to the 2021 NBA playoffs 2-round season 8 games.
To Kyle Anderson. Driving right to the basket. It goes down. Oh, he's feeling good. Maybe too good.
I 100% guarantee you that was not the play call, but a bucket is a bucket.
Conley to Clarkson. Here comes the screen. 5 to shoot. Mike Conley. He's now 5 for 6.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
To Jackson. Here comes the screen. Rudy Gobert in a matchup with Jackson. Grizzlies with 4 to shoot. Has a chance. Jackson with a shot, no good. Oh, emphatic slam.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
To Dylan Brooks. Fires the 3. And the Jazz have it. They've cleared the rebound. It's Jazz ball. Conley. To Clarkson. To Conley. Has a look. Missed it. He always has the green light, but the defense was ready.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Across the timeline, it's Conley. Leads 3. Here comes the screen. To Conley. They get it down to Gobert. And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Rudy Gobert has got 2 shots coming. Not the best career mark, 62%. And hits the first free throw. Gets both to drop at the line. To Valanciunas. Dylan Brooks. To Jackson. 5 on the shot clock. Josh Jackson. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. He was all over him.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Mitchell, defended by Jackson. Down low for Gobert. Shot from the lane won't go. To Dylan Brooks. Throws it down.
See, Ed, that's what I love. You don't need to conserve your energy. You attack that rim with ferocity. You always set the tone.
Conley into the front court. Up by 3. Good look that time, but off the mark.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
Utah ball. Conley to Gobert. Takes stock of the floor. Oh, had him going there for a second. Jonas Valanciunas with the block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Josh Jackson above the rim on that.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
To Jackson. Five on the shot clock for Memphis. Curling inside. And count the basket.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Conley into the front court. They're down 3. Trying to cash in. Conley with a shot comes up empty. To Valanciunas. Big finish at the rim.
Valanciunas giving you that size, giving you that length, a guy that can extend the defense. But you kind of forget that he was the 5th pick taken overall in 2011.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. To Gobert. A lot of contact, no whistle. Josh Jackson. To Jaren Jackson. Grizzlies with 4 to shoot. To Jackson. 4-3. And he can't get it to go down. It's no...
Oh, he sent that one to the 3rd row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. To right. Gets a shot up off the mark. Here comes the screen. Crowder picked up by Josh Jackson. To Favors. Nice pass to get things going.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
To Jaren Jackson. Knocked loose. Jazz have it. Got it.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
To Jackson. Nothing going here on that drive. To Jaren Jackson. It goes down.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Donovan Mitchell with the rock. To Favors. To Gobert. Can't connect from in close. Mitchell. That one off the mark. It's no good. Josh Jackson. Fires the 3. Still hasn't hit from deep in the first half. No good. Mitchell with the basketball. Down 3. Has a chance. Gets a look. Can't hit. Here's a chance from long range. And the rebound taken in by the Jazz. Nothing going here on that drive. Finishing inside the paint on that one. Now the Grizzlies will use a timeout as they'll talk things over in a one-point basketball game.
An effort only fully releases its reward after a person refuses to quit. What I like about this team is that they continue to execute. As a coach, we used to talk about it all the time. I would hear it every single day. Execute, execute, execute. But if you can play with energy and execute, that's the formula for success.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. To Valanciunas. Jonas Valanciunas. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5. Mitchell with it up top. Looking to make something happen. To Gobert. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket. Memphis, they've got it. To Jaren Jackson. Josh Jackson. Cruises inside for 2.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way, though.
Mitchell with the basketball. He'll run the offense. To Joe Ingles. Here comes the screen. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
For a smaller player, you have to be more creative with your imagination when you finish with those shots around the rim. For the audience, that may look difficult, but for the player himself, that's what they practice every single day.
To Jackson. Here comes the screen. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Over to the right side. Good. Off a spin.
Come on, somebody tell me when he added that to his arsenal.
Just inside the arc, at the buzzer, and scores on the step back. Unguardable, Jay. Late heave to beat the buzzer. We have reached the break in this pivotal Game 5. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The Grizzlies have themselves a close game after 2 quarters. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Memphis Grizzlies. The Jazz are keeping things competitive after 2 quarters. And even though they don't have the lead, they're doing a great job of moving the ball around. They might find themselves on the winning end of the scoreboard if they can keep it up.
Game track. Bench points.
What I found interesting about that half of basketball is how the momentum stayed high even when the substitutions started coming into the game. These guys coming off the bench, from both benches actually, are doing a great job of making positive contributions.
Player of the half.
Jackson is lighting up the scoreboard in the first half. And I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure out what it'll take to slow him down. He looks like he's in a zone.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete. But even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. We got our top 3 plays for you. Check them out.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
A lot of intrigue to come in this second half. A 1-point game as we resume play here in the 3rd quarter. To Jaren Jackson. Josh Jackson. Donovan Mitchell with the rock. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Donovan Mitchell at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. For his career, 80% at the line. Free throw up and good. Gives him a 2-point lead. To Jaren Jackson. And he hits.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Across the timeline, it's Conley. Tie game, 3rd quarter. Here comes the screen. Has a look. And he hits.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
To Jackson. Lets it fly from long range, and he stays cold from deep as he misses another one. It's no good. Donovan Mitchell with the rock. Wide open look, won't go. Probing the defense. To Valanciunas. And the rebound taken in by Utah. Mitchell with it up top. 2-point advantage. And he scores. Jay, he may have taken a big step that time, but they'll count the bucket.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
To Wright. Here comes the screen. 5 on the shot clock for Memphis. Trying to cash in. Oh, he was wide open. And it's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Someone's getting chewed out.
Ooh, I'm telling you from experience, his teammates will never let that one down.
And he's going to the free throw line.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
Donovan Mitchell at the line for 2 shots. He's perfect from the line so far. First free throw is good. Able to convert on both free throws. Rudy Gobert sends it away. Donovan Mitchell with the rock. No good. Probing the defense. And the basket good at the rim.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Josh Jackson. And scores on the Euro step.
It's not a travel if it looks pretty.
Mitchell with the basketball. They lead it. 4-point game. Conley. And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Grizzlies own the basketball. Rudy Gobert snatching it out of the air. Conley into the front court. Up by 6. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
The screen sets him up for 2.
Here's a tip for your defense. You can't give him that much space. You have to push up into his personal space and make him play the majority of the possessions with his back to the basket. Because if you allow him to open up, there's no stopping.
And the Grizzlies have the rebound. To Jaren Jackson. Josh Jackson. Nothing going here on that drive. Going to launch beyond the arc. Favors with the rebound. Conley into the front court. Up 6. Shot won't go. Easy path to the rim.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Across the timeline, it's Conley. Leads 4. To Joe Ingles. Has a chance. Mitchell shot off the mark. To Jaren Jackson. Conley. Nice swat that time.
Ooh, not skipping a beat. There are some things that you just cannot teach. That's called a 6'10 frame with a 7'5 wingspan.
Utah with the possession. Conley. Here comes the screen. Five to shoot for Utah. To Gobert. For 3. That's not his range. It's no good. Rudy Gobert with a piece.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Mitchell with it up top. Leads a bucket. And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
No, no, no. I'll tell you. The team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
Donovan Mitchell, a couple of free throws on the way. Hasn't missed yet. And he connects on the first free throw. No good on the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. To Jaren Jackson. And count the basket inside.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Conley down to Gobert. Able to convert inside.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Memphis with the rock. To Jaren Jackson. Josh Jackson. Surveys the floor. To Jaren Jackson. Can't connect from inside. Conley into the front court. Leads 3. To Gobert. Oh, he had him there for a second. Not that time. To Jaren Jackson. Josh Jackson. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
Look, the most efficient offenses are the ones with the highest number of assists. There are only 5 teams in the league that average 25 assists or more.
Screen coming. Nothing going here on that drive. And scores.
For any fans out there that thought Donovan Mitchell didn't put any stock into the fact that he was not the Rookie of the Year, you are wrong. Donovan Mitchell is that type of guy that uses everything in his power to fuel him to be the best on the court each and every day. If that was a campaign he built with Adidas, rookie question mark, it doesn't matter. That perceived failure is something that will only make this kid better tomorrow.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
One more to his total. into the front court. Our score all even in this third quarter. Nothing going here on that drive. Not that time. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Tyler Zeller has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 76% from the line. Knocks down the first. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. Across the timeline, it's Conley. His guys now trailing by a point. Shot from the lane won't go. Another follow, no good. It's Grizzlies ball. Sizing up the defense. To Kyle Anderson. Anderson rocking the rim.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Conley into the front court. His guys down 3. To Clarkson. Here comes the screen. Clarkson to Conley. The Jazz with 4 in the shot clock. Has a look. Slams it home on the putback.
Not really known for attacking the glass, but I like that hustle. We need to see more of that.
From the painted area, won't go down. Deep right corner, Conley. To Clarkson. Nothing going here on that drive. Clarkson. They get it down to Gobert. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Over to the right side. No, he missed a short one there. Conley into the front court. Leads 1. Oh, he had it. Can't miss those. Across the timeline, it's Conley. Looking to make something happen. From long range, offensive board. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
He's a relentless scorer. It doesn't matter if you stop him once. He's going to keep coming at you time and time again.
Beyond the arc for 3. First try at the line, no good. And he hits the second. Deep 3 at the buzzer. 3 quarters complete. Jazz have the lead. It's Utah basketball as we begin the fourth quarter. We thought based on this matchup, this could be a one-sided affair. But, oh, Jay, this has been a tight contest.
Yeah, they got the lead, but they really had to work for it. And sometimes when you think you're going to have an off night and win the game by 20, that's when you find yourself in this league in those dogfights.
Grayson Allen to Clarkson. Fires the three. Jordan Clarkson. That was a difficult shot. Hits the three.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those three things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
Here comes the screen. To Dylan Brooks. Trying to cash in. Deep two there. Won't go.
See, when good shooters catch, they just shoot. When bad shooters catch, they become hesitant, reluctant. That's the first sign of a guy that doesn't have confidence.
To Kyle Anderson. You've got to get that one to go. Another follow. Still no good. Utah's got it. Grayson Allen to Clarkson. Here comes the screen. Clarkson to Allen. To Clarkson. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Jordan Clarkson hounded. Shot off the mark. To Kyle Anderson. Missed it. How'd that not go down? And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just got to let them play, ref.
Jordan Clarkson at the line for two shots. For his career, 80% at the line. First one, counted. Two for two on that trip. To Jaren Jackson, using the post to his advantage there, and the finish at the rim.
And the defense keeps sticking to those flare screens. Just don't flare out to the three-point line. Flare to the rim for a lob.
Clarkson to Favors. Old school, backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
To Dylan Brooks. Anderson to Dylan Brooks. 4-3. That bothered Kyle Anderson. Well defended. Here comes the screen. To Clarkson. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. The shot almost. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
To Jaren Jackson. Dylan Brooks. To Clarkson. Gets it in the right corner. Has a chance. Shot for Mitchell won't go. To Dylan Brooks. Screen coming. Dylan Brooks stuffs it down with authority.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Donovan Mitchell with the rock. To Favors. And he's fouled, and he earns a trip to the line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Cephalosha, couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 73%. First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2. To Valanciunas. Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. Not that time.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Right with it. His guys trail by 10. Scores from the post.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
Clarkson with the basketball. It's an 8-point lead. To Gobert. Fires the three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Jaren Jackson to Kyle Anderson. To Jaren Jackson. Shot clock winding down. Jaren Jackson. Here's a chance from long range. Won't go for DeLon Wright. Give credit to the D.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Lets it fly from long range. Creates the space to bury the three on the step back.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Jazz have the ball. To Clarkson. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable. And almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Jaren Jackson to Kyle Anderson. Referee blows the whistle. Jump ball coming. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. To Clarkson. To Joe Ingles. Short jumper off the mark. Right with it. The deficit now up to a dozen. Jaren Jackson. Nothing going here on that drive. To Jackson. Has a look. Jackson's shot, no good. Clarkson with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Favors. Goes reverse to lay it in.
I wasn't necessarily sure which way that PNR was going, but I guess neither was the defense. That makes two of us.
To Jaren Jackson. Right. Screen coming. Passed it off. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
To Clarkson. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Clarkson shot no good. Josh Jackson. Josh Jackson above the rim on that.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Trying to cash in. Crowder shot off the mark.
Misses happen. Don't put your head down. Let that motivate you in the defensive end. Use it for something positive.
To the basket goes Jackson, but his shot won't fall. To Joe Ingles. And the finish at the rim.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Right. Going to launch beyond the arc, trying for a 30-point night, but it's no good. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Joe Ingles to Clarkson. For 3, had made his first couple, but he misses there. To right. Can't connect. Shot was forced. Derek Favors pins it. Clarkson with the basketball. His team leads it by 10. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Grizzlies. So possession stays with the Jazz. Time to shuffle things up. Joe Ingles to Clarkson. Able to convert inside. Whistle and a timeout for Memphis. They're down big in this fourth quarter and a chance here to empty their bench. To right. to Jackson. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
It's the Jazz who come away with the victory. And they're moving on to the second round of the NBA playoffs. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Jazz are one step closer to a championship with today's win. Still, the journey is far from over. They've got to stay focused. They want this journey to end with the Larry O'Brien Trophy in their hands. The Grizzlies were eliminated from the playoffs today, and I'm sure there are no words that can make them feel better right now. Making the playoffs can be considered a success, but that's probably not what they want to hear right now. Check out the leading scores for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
Gobert was aggressive today with his scoring, getting his points right at the basket. He put down a crazy number of dunks in today's matchup. Here are the top 3 plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.